Chapter 1, Introduction to Psychology.
The roots of psychology.
The man who created it all in 1879, William Wundt, he is the first to start studying human behavior and mental processes.
The first hypothesis is, how do we perceive the world? William Wundt studied the following.
Structuralism focused on uncovering the mental components of perception, consciousness, thinking, emotions, and other mental states.
Another part of history is trephination. Trephination is the idea that there is an evil spirit trapped inside the brain. The treatment for trephination is drilling a hole and plugging that hole back up with a piece of metal.
Phrenology was the first personality test made by Franz Gall. The test works by measuring the bumps on your head.
Functionalism concentrated on what the mind does and how behavior functions.
Gestalt psychology emphasizes how perception is organized. Is it two faces or is it one vase? How do you view it?
Hey, nice boobs. I mean boots. I'm sorry. Boots. I mean boots.
School psychology. School psychology is devoted to counseling children in elementary and secondary schools who have academic or emotional problems.
Behavioral genetics. Behavioral genetics is the study of the inherence of behavioral traits. She is accustomed to hitting, so her natural instinct is to hit. Environmental psychology considers the relationship between people and their physical environment. Cross-cultural psychology is the psychology of the different cultures and how they are similar and different and interact with each other.
Hi, we're here to discuss why that girl is so emotionally unstable.
I think she was doing it because she had higher levels of testosterone in her body that make her act the way she was and be mad and aggressive at certain things. Or her chemicals were off balance. For instance, her dopamine was really low, which that controls your happy emotions. Or there could have been a tumor pressing up against her aggressive part of her brain that causes her to be angry all the time and punch things, punch people, or mistreat people in a very negative way. For example, Charles Whitman was a Texas sniper, and he killed 16 people because there was a tumor pressing up against his aggressive part of his brain, and that made him be aggressive and kill a lot of people.
Perspective, and I believe that her aggression is coming from something in her background, and maybe it's because in her background to show superiority and to show that they are not weak, they are aggressive. So she would act in like aggressive ways so that people would fear her, and that shows power. It shows that she's not a weak person in people's eyes. So it doesn't look bad on her part. It's just part of her culture, and that's the way that she thinks she could show that she has power instead of us being like, oh, she's very angry and she's crazy. She was just thinking that I'm going to show them that I'm powerful and that I can strike fear in them and I have more power than them. So I believe in that.
And I believe in the cognitive perspective. Cognitive perspective, you believe in negative and positive thinking. Like you can control your own mind. I believe that if you put positive things constantly in your mind, then you will constantly do, good. You can't, like if you're having a bad day, you can alter your state and change into positive things, like say you're running late, everything's like not working out, you're falling down everywhere, but if you just take a minute and you chill and relax and start thinking positive things, things will start to go right. So we believe that you can alter your state of mind. And I believe that that girl, that we saw in the video, who was a little crazy, I believe she thinks so many negative thoughts that she portrays herself as being this angry, aggressive person all the time, with so many negative thoughts and putting it on so many people. She's causing others around her to become negative. And that's just a negative field we don't want. So hopefully, I believe through studying, her, thinking positive thoughts, she will come to be a better person. She can change through cognitive perspective.
Now, I am the evolutionary perspective. Now, in theory states that us humans evolved over time from apes. Now, the way animals show dominance and get food and security is through violence and aggression. So we have two different types of brains. We have our animal brain and our new humanistic brain that allows us to talk. So we still have our animal brain. So if the girl at home wasn't getting enough food and she felt like her life was going to be in danger because she was going to starve, then she can start being aggressive towards her family members, her brothers and sisters, hitting them and scaring them off in order for her to get more food. Or if she's at school, and she feels threatened in any way, she can show aggression and be violent towards her peers and scare them off and to show her dominance as well. So
We have the psychodynamic perspective.
My perspective is by Sigmund Freud. I believe that it comes from the unconscious mind. The unconscious mind controls all. The only reason that aggression comes out is because the unconscious mind can no longer hide it. The stuff underneath the rug can no longer be hidden.
Hi, I'm a behavioral psychologist, and I believe that in Pavlov and Watson's ideas, and they believe that our environment shapes us and who we are. And I have one theory. I think that crazy unstable girl the other day, I think it could be that she had problems in the home. She was seeing lots of aggression towards her parents. Maybe they were arguing, and they had, so she was used to that. It was like the norm for her. And my other theory could be that it could be video games, violent video games. Nowadays, they have nothing but violent video games. For example, Grand Theft Auto. I don't approve of this because I think emotionally it messes you up. It tells your brain that this is okay, normal, going around shooting people, killing people. Those are not good things to put in your mind because they will eventually come out. That's what I have to say about that.
I don't believe in that because I think we ourselves motivate what we should do. It's not our unconscious mind thinking. You guys are both thinking about unconscious mind controlling you, and that's what's angry. But I think it's personally our conscious mind controlling us. It's motivating us to do better, to be a better person, and to get into the things that they need, like food, love, compassion, all the things that the human